Thank you so much for coming back, and we apologize for inconveniencing you, but we have to keep our students' safety first. So we're happy and excited to see you all again, and we're excited that you could join us today as we celebrate our Tigers who have demonstrated the STEM trait of the month, empathy. Our school theme is helping everyone reach our goals, the acronym for which is HERO. Because we believe that everyone in the school community is a hero, we have decided to use this theme in conjunction with our STEM traits. Each trait is represented by a superhero who exemplifies a STEM trait. October's STEM trait of being empathetic is represented on the student certificates by the superhero known as Raven. Raven shows her empathy through her powers. She has the ability to heal herself and others almost instantly. While she has other powers, her ability to care for others makes her an icon for empathy. Today, we honor these Tigers who have demonstrated their ability to care for others, just like the superhero Raven. Thank you all for being models of empathy in your classrooms and within the school community. I'd like to welcome Ms. Wonderly to the stage to present our awards.
All right, good morning. Just a couple of quick announcements. Boys and girls, you found 2 name tags. One was loose on your chair, one was taped to the back. When you are called to come up, I need you to take your name tag with you. This is kind of how they do graduation. So you're going to hand me your name when you come up the ramp, and I'm going to read what your teacher or teachers have written about you. You're going to stand on the stage with, well, you're going to come across and get your goodies first from Miss Tumanella and Miss Land. You're going to shake everyone's hand, and then you're going to pause. We do the whole grade level. Then we have time for pictures, and then you exit down the other side, and Miss Bell's going to help you get back to your seat. Miss Knowles and Miss Kay help you get up the ramp and on the stage. Miss Bell helps you get down the ramp. And also parents, family, and friends. We're going to applaud at the end of each grade level, and also you can find today's ceremony on Twitter and YouTube as well. So thank you to Mr. Weaver for videotaping for us.
Yeah, Ms. Weaver!
All right, we are going to start today with our pre-K students. This is Reed, and Reed is a caring friend who finds and shows kindness by helping his classmates. He's a good listener and is thoughtful when he speaks, choosing kind words. This is Evan. Evan is very quick to comfort or console a friend when they need help, when they're hurt, sad, and angry. Evan is always concerned about his friends when they are absent. He shows great care for our school family. And this is Anna. Anna is a sweet and loving little girl. She's always ready to share a hug with her teachers and friends when she enters the classroom in the morning and throughout the school day. She loves to play with the baby dolls at center time and care for them. When she sees a friend is upset, she will now go over to him or her, offer a pat on the back, and tell them it will be okay. She's a happy little girl who enjoys coming to school and is a valued member of our school family. And these are our pre-K students. You are kindergarten. I need you to stand and follow Miss Kay and Miss Knowles. They're going to help you get up on stage. And our pre-K parents, feel free to come closer to get a picture at this time. All right, here come our kindergartners. Starting us off, we have Arushi. Arushi is such a kind friend and a wonderful example of an empathetic student. She goes out of her way to give a smile, a hug, and encouraging words to her classmates. So Rob, yes, I'm going to really try hard with this one. Sarah is always kind to all of his peers in class. He wears a smile every day and shows empathy by helping his friends whenever they ask. We're going to hold our applause till the end of the grade level, please. Gwen is thoughtful and understanding of others' feelings. She's compassionate and empathetic towards her classmates as well as her teacher. When a classmate is having trouble expressing their feelings, Gwen understands their needs and is always willing to help. Emily is very kind and a great friend and a classmate. She's always willing to give a friendly smile to cheer someone up or share in the excitement of her peers. Jonna was voted STEM Student of the Month by her classmates. They felt that Jonna is very empathetic toward others and always does her best to show people that she cares. I see her trying her best to cheer classmates up when they're sad or lending a helping hand and lending an ear to make others feel understood. Riley is a great example of someone who shows empathy in our class. She shows genuine concern for others and is always there to give a positive word to a friend in need. Maya is our Student of the Month. She exhibits empathy on a daily basis. She is always aware of how others are feeling and tries her best to understand their situation. She listens attentively and asks how she can help them. Elias is a compassionate, kind-hearted child. He is very understanding of his classmates' feelings and is quick to help cheer up a friend. Elias is also gracious with offering a helping hand. Elias. Thank you. Elias is also gracious with offering a helping hand and kind words of encouragement to his classmates. Julian has a true gift of being able to understand the feelings of others. He doesn't just understand those feelings, he also acts upon them. If a friend is upset, he cheers them up. If there's a friend that's frustrated, he tries to help problem solve. Joseph is able to recognize how others feel. He listens carefully to classmates' voices and observes body language to tell how his friends are feeling. Not only does he understand feelings, but he can relate to his friends. And these are our kindergarten students. First grade, I need you to stand and look to Miss Kay and Miss Knowles. They're going to help you get up on stage next. And kindergarten parents, you may come closer at this time for a picture. Here come our first graders. Miriam shows empathy towards her classmates always. She is eager to lend a helping hand whenever possible. Addison goes above and beyond to make sure that everyone around her is happy. When a friend is upset, Addie goes out of her way to cheer them up. She truly empathizes with everything and everyone around her. Addie has the biggest heart and truly wants everyone to feel their absolute best. Jude is very pleasant and very helpful with all her classmates. She always has a smile on her face. She is always concerned and empathetic with her classmates. Janet is a very empathetic student. She is caring and helpful to others who are having difficulties with tasks or who may be feeling sad. She has been particularly empathetic with new students as she comforts them and welcomes them to the classroom. Reagan is always looking out for people. When someone is feeling left out, she asks them to join the group. She continuously helps all people feel included. Christopher is always thinking of his classmates. He is very understanding and caring towards everyone. We are so proud of you. Jasmine is always caring about others and asking if they're okay, need help, or anything under the sun. Sana is a very sweet and kind friend. She is always willing to lend a helping hand whenever she sees that another student is struggling or needs a little help. Michaela is always making sure everyone is included and never left out. She's very helpful and caring toward all of her classmates. Fallon is empathetic to everyone. She is kind and caring to everyone she meets. Ben is constantly thinking about the other students around him. He not only is kind to his classmates in all interactions with them, he tries to help his classmates succeed in music. And these are our first graders. Second grade, if you would stand, second graders, and look to Miss Kay and Miss Knowles. They're going to help you get up on stage. And first grade parents, feel free to come get a picture. For second grade, we're going to start off with Taylor. And Taylor is an incredible student who is respected and admired by her classmates. She has a heart of gold and loves to help other students. I have personally witnessed her compassion for other students as she has helped them to resolve issues with each other, and she has given them the courage to ask her for help when needed. Jacob has shown empathy since the beginning of school, whether it was a friend who fell in the hallway to people struggling in Puerto Rico. His kind words and amazing smile show everyone he cares for others and lets them know in a sweet way. Max, you are always there to lend a helping hand in class. You are a kind friend and always listening to the needs of others. You help your friends who are new to the class and have a language barrier. You are there to guide them and assist them during class, making sure they don't fall behind. You are considerate, kind, and you show empathy towards your friends and teachers. Safrid watches his teacher and peers very closely. He reads their body language and facial expressions to better understand how they are feeling and what they expect. He is intuitive and mature. He is a master coder and digital engineer, working every day to build new and challenging algorithms for our Dash and Dot robots, but rather than serving only himself, he has begun to teach the rest of the team about coding and willingly shares the role of team captain. Tiffany is very sensitive to the feelings of others. She often comes to tell me how others are feeling. She makes it obvious to others that she cares how they are feeling and makes efforts to lift up those who are feeling down. Brianna is always making sure that everybody has what they need and always has others' best interest in mind. She is a pleasure to have in class. Alina is always considerate of others. She shows her empathy powers with her concern for her peers. She is always considerate of others and will always try to help anyone in need. Aubrey shows great empathy toward others in class. She can clearly understand how her classmates are feeling. If a friend is sad, Aubrey goes out of her way to cheer them up. She's happy for her friends' successes as well. Aubrey is very kind to her classmates and excited for them when they get recognized for a job well done. Sama is kind-hearted and always willing to help others. In class, she makes connections to what is being taught with real-world experiences. She helps translate for me to other students who cannot speak English well and cares for everyone, a pure example of a heart of gold. Yeli is always thinking of others and how things might affect them. She checks in with students if they are feeling sad and uses encouraging words. Thank you for always showing you care. Yanel is always thinking about her friends and taking the time to understand their feelings. She is considerate in every situation about how it could affect others. This is part of what makes her a role model. Ethan shows empathy towards his classmates. For example, he defended and comforted a classmate when he was being treated unkindly. He is perceptive of others' needs and feelings. Amelia cares about everyone's feelings and shows sincere empathy to her classmates. She is a good friend and positive role model. Kavya is this month's nominee for STEM Student of the Month. Her classmates view her as an empathetic peer who cares about how others are feeling. Many have commented on how she has shown concern for others when they may have been injured or had their feelings hurt in some way. Mohammed is sensitive to others' feelings. He is a great role model and I enjoy teaching him. Keep up the great work and attitude. And this is our second grade STEM Student of the Month. Third grade, look to Ms. Knowles and Ms. Kay. And second grade parents, feel free to come closer to get a picture. All right, these are our third graders coming up. Starting us off, this is Divya. Our STEM Student of the Month was an easy choice this month. She understands the need of her classmate and is always willing to help them. She has a very nurturing personality. Pablo is a great example of empathy. He is always caring about his friends and his teachers. He has a good heart and is always there for others. Heike is a wonderful example of a student who demonstrates the characteristic of empathy. She is always helping her classmates and leads her group well. Ryan is a great example of empathy. She cares greatly for the feelings of others. She is always polite and respectful to both adults and peers. Ryan looks out for others and is always kind and helpful. Ryan truly has the character trait of empathy. Victoria hurts when others hurt and rejoices when others rejoice. This applies to all students in the class. She has a soft spot for everyone and will go so far as to risk her own happiness in order to bring light to another around her. Students nominated Kaya for this award as she continuously demonstrates that she shares of the feelings of others and genuinely understands. Such a great quality to have at a young age. Delaney is a true example of empathy. She is a help to all students and is quick to volunteer when a need is expressed. She is kind and caring to all of her peers. Malia is a very sweet and empathetic girl. She is always the first one to help when a student is upset and does everything within her power to make them feel better or fix the problem. Zyree is not only an exceptional, respectful, and thoughtful student because she knows it is what is best for her, but also because it is what is best for those around her. She cares about her fellow classmates and their education equally as much as she cares about her own. She puts herself in others' shoes, and that is why she is the STEM Student of the Month. Janvi is such a caring student. She responds to her classmates in a way that shows she cares. She is well aware of how others are feeling and does her best to help. Amalia encompasses all the characteristics of someone who is empathetic. She is a great example of what a STAR STEM Student of the Month should be. I'm so proud to be your teacher. Keep up the great work. And these are our third grade STEM Students of the Month. Fourth grade, I need you to stand and to Ms. Knowles and Ms. Kay. Third grade parents, feel free to come closer for a picture. Joshua is always willing to help, offer a kind word, and to be a friend. He is a wonderful example of empathy and a positive role model for other students. Casey shows compassion toward all of her classmates. She is very understanding of other people's feelings. Daniel is always sensitive to other people's feelings. He is helpful and kind to his fellow classmates. Luke carries a very large heart around on his sleeve. He makes sure that those around him are prepared for class and are feeling emotionally positive at all times. He takes on the feelings of others, shows his great compassion for even the smallest of creatures. Callie is such a great example of taking personal responsibility when demonstrating how she regulates emotional self-control. She is sensitive to her impact on others and always tries to create a calm, accepting environment in our classroom. Brady is a very empathetic student. She is often checking in with her classmates to see if they are okay when they return from being absent, or even when she notices that they are having an off day. We can always count on her for a friendly smile and a pat on the back. Caden is a thoughtful and kind person. He accepts all people and treats others with kindness. He has the ability to understand and support those who might be struggling without identifying them as anything other than a classmate and a friend. Jaden is a compassionate individual who takes into account the feelings, thoughts, and attitudes of others before making decisions or assumptions. Amir routinely inquires about how everyone is doing. He listens with his heart and always has something wonderful to say. Soren shows empathy and cares for her classmates. If someone is feeling down, she picks them back up. And these are our fourth grade students of the month. Okay, fifth grade, go ahead and stand. Go to Ms. Knowles and Ms. Kay for direction. And fourth grade parents, you may come closer for a picture at this time. Boys and girls, we have a lot of people to recognize. Let's be respectful. Okay, fifth grade, Matthew has such a big heart. He is always willing to help his fellow peers. He truly desires to see them make right choices, but he never goes about it in a prideful manner. He tries to guide and provides gentle reminders to get others to make good choices. I think Kaylee shows empathy when there are problems in our classroom. She's always seeking to understand and then to be understood. She is thoughtful and kind to others, and she thinks about fairness above all else. She makes sure that everyone wins when we play. Marilyn is empathetic because she always thinks of her classmates' feelings during group activities and in recess. When she and another student had a misunderstanding, she was very upset at the thought of hurting a friend, and she took it upon herself to rectify the issue by asking an adult for help and apologize. Charlie is one of the most considerate students any teacher could have in class. Whenever anything happens within the classroom, Charlie empathizes with all parties involved within a situation. He considers how each person feels, and with a very optimistic attitude, he finds common ground with all parties. Simon shows empathy with his classmates whenever they are expressing their feelings. He understands and shares in their joy, excitement, hurt, and sadness, and is able to relate to his peers and show concern for their well-being. Ashmit shows empathy every day in class. He is the first to cheer you on for your success and the first to cheer you up when you are feeling down. When Carter first walked into my classroom and talked about the other students in our class, I knew right away he was empathetic. He always helps others when they need it and is a great friend to so many. Cassidy is a very sweet, bright young lady. In art class, she helps others out with ideas and suggestions, compliments her fellow students' artwork, and is just a pleasure to have in class. Varsha is such a valued member of our classroom community. Her empathy and the ability to care for her classmates and friends to anticipate their needs make her our student of the month. And these are our fifth grade students of the month. Okay, sixth grade, go ahead and stand. Look to Ms. Knowles and Ms. Kay. They're going to help you get up on stage. And fifth grade parents, you may come closer for a picture at this time. Okay, here come our middle school students. Mariana is going to start us off in middle school. She is a vivid example of our October trait, empathetic. She always understands and shares the feelings of her classmates. She definitely has a big heart. Nayeli is always very caring and concerned for her fellow classmates. She tries to be helpful in any way she can. Christian is always assisting others in class and checking if they understand the instructions. He is empathetic towards his peers and enjoys helping others. Hillary displays a great capacity for caring for others. She has often left positive notes to make a student's day. Hillary is sensitive to the needs of others, making new students feel welcome and shows concern that is inevitable. Emmy possesses a lot of empathy to her fellow students. She recognizes when a classmate might be frustrated, and she is always ready to say something nice to them in an attempt to calm them down. She is very sweet and demonstrates her calm and delightful personality on a daily basis. Riley is an awesome peer. She not only looks out for herself, but she often helps others while learning math. Riley shows that she cares about her peers daily. Shauna is an exceptional person. Her smile can make anyone else smile. I hope she continues to shine bright and bring a smile to those she meets. Elijah continuously shows empathy and extraordinary kindness to his peers, his teachers, and anyone he meets. Oscar is the student of the month for room 427. Oscar is a friend to all and is empathetic toward others throughout the class period. He is such a positive influence in first period. He's always willing to help another teammate, lend a pencil, or share encouraging words. Paige has shown her kindness towards others in many ways this year. When another student is hurt, she checks on them, or when someone falls down, I see her help them up all the time. Ina is a kind, caring student who is always concerned about the well-being of her classmates. She considers how she likes to be treated and treats others that way. Isha is a compassionate, caring, and understanding. She is sensitive to the needs and feelings of those around her and makes all feel comfortable. Juliana is willing to help her classmates because she understands them. She is vocal about her own strengths and weaknesses and speaks up for her classmates. She acknowledges their successes and encourages them to ask for help when they are reluctant. She makes it safe for her classmates to seek assistance when they need help with a new skill. And this just in. This is Gwen. And Gwen is an incredibly kind, sensitive person who always has words of encouragement for her classmates. She is often the first to reach out to others if they need help or to make sure they feel included in activities. She's an excellent role model for her peers. And these are our students of the month. Get ready to come up, and 6th grade parents, feel free to come closer for a picture. Grade from middle school are our 7th graders. It's Start us off in 7th grade, we have Genesis. Genesis is none other than one of my key student helpers in homeroom. She is empathetic to many of the non-English speakers because she was once learning English as well. Without thinking twice, she jumps in and helps translate directions on a daily basis. Justice has the unique ability to understand things from his own lens and then switch to the perspective of others. Way to go, Justin. Nevaeh demonstrates being this month's Student of the Month trait, empathetic, because she is always kind and caring to her peers. If a student needs a helping hand or assistance, she's always there to step in. Ariana is receiving this recognition because of her acute ability to show empathy toward her classmates. She truly exhibits a special way in realizing and understanding when others need assistance with special projects and class activities. Gwen is an excellent example of an avid student. She is a leader and takes on additional roles. When selecting an empathetic student of the month, we could look no further than Shelby. She is a very caring young lady who passionately listens to others and digests the information carefully. She then demonstrates compassion and grace as a result. The tenderness she shows others is what makes her truly unique. Elena is always compassionate and empathetic to all of her peers. Not too long ago, Serenity noticed that her partner were not doing so well with their academics in my class. She decided to come ask for help on the assignments and worksheets to help her friend bring the grade up. She sat down with her friend and explained to her step by step what she needed to do. Kira does well with helping other students who need help or guidance in any way. Nathan is always sure to check in on his classmates and help when needed. He is caring and compassionate to others every day. Gabby is kind and caring all the time. She's willing to help any student and does so with patience and kindness. Rashika shows the true meaning of empathy with her written work as she continuously mentions fairness, compassion, and equality as part of her many viewpoints and thoughts in civics. Gabriella comes to class on time every day. She's always in a good mood. She works hard, and if I ask her to help somebody, she's always willing to do it. Emily is always participating in daily activities while going above and beyond. She is a team player and helps when needed. And these are our 7th grade students. We're going to start off with our 8th grade, our top Tigers. We have Mohammed starting us off. Mohammed is perhaps one of the calmest, coolest, smooth, that's how it's written here, and friendly students I have had the pleasure of working with. I cannot think of a time when he was not smiling, was not being friendly towards others, or helping someone else out. This pleasant nature and quick smile seem to draw people very easily to him, and he seems to be able to take in any person he meets, regardless of who they are or any differences that may exist between them. Christopher always comes in with a smile and has never not said good morning. He is a wonderful student and truly cares about his classmates. Haley is always concerned about other students' well-being and happiness. She looks out for others and is a role model for her peers. Sophia has shown empathy by helping her peers with facets of writing that she has worked on getting better herself, going as far as preparing and presenting 4 different presentations over the span of 3 days to teach others how to improve as well. Cody has displayed empathy towards his coach and his classmates throughout the entire first quarter. He's been a voice of reason in tough times for the people who need him most. Alyssa is a caring and respectful student to all of her classmates as well as others she meets throughout the day. She shows the ability to be sensitive to others around her and is a great listener. Esmeralda is receiving this award for consistently demonstrating the principles of empathy through her actions. She has been observed not only assisting other students to be successful in the classroom, but also for representing her classmates' needs during student council sessions. Michael is always willing to put himself aside to help someone in need. If someone is having a hard time, he takes it on himself to help them get where they need to be. It is evident every day that Kaden shows empathy for her classmates. When one of her classmates struggles, she is there to support them. When they achieve, she is there to celebrate with them. She uses her empathy to make a difference in those around her. Faith always shows empathy to those in need. She is very caring, especially to the underdog. She will always put others before herself. Laurel shows consideration of others and often puts the needs of others first. She is kind and gracious, thoughtful and caring. She's a great friend, attentive and considerate. And these are 8th grade students. All right, 8th grade parents, I know you're out there, and Ms. Wonderly is giving you permission to come up close and get that picture. The podium. We just have a few more awards to give out.
In addition to nominating students every month, we also nominate our teachers as well as our administrative leadership team members. So to begin with, I would like to announce our primary teacher of the month. Our primary teacher of the month is Ms. McCann. Ms. McCann is very compassionate, caring, and genuine when it comes to working with her students or coworkers. She always goes out of her way to show her concern for others and is always willing to help. Your empathetic nature is inspiring. Thank you, Ms. McCann. Our intermediate teacher of the month is Ms. Perry. Ms. Perry always thinks from the perspective of others and demonstrates her empathetic ways through her kind and loving demeanor towards all children and adults. She treats others the way she wants to be treated and goes out of her way to make others feel special. Ms. Perry, you are truly empathetic. For Effort Campus, I don't see her.
She's there.
Ms. Davis Lee. With her great sense of humor, Ms. Davis Lee demonstrates empathy through her connections with others. She is understanding, thinking of others at all times, and takes genuine interest in our TBK 8 students and staff. She puts herself in her students' shoes, meeting them where they are and lifting them up to meet their potential. Ms. Davis-Lee, your empathy is truly appreciated. And finally, last but not least, Ms. Kay. Ms. Kay is always thinking about students and their needs. She's always looking for the best support, for the best to support all students. She constantly works closely with the teachers and parents to ensure the emotional well-being of all of our students and taking care of them in the most appropriate ways. Thank you, Ms. Kay, for modeling empathy for students